We're losing our cool factor today, aka Padders. That's the subject of Halo Legends. Today's Animation Weekend Animation Saturday episode. It's a Halo anthology, the best of the best in anime. They ascend on one idea, the Halo universe. What do they produce? What do they create? What do they deliver to us? But it's a sweet spot. It's 2010. Halo has exploded into the mainstream, but it has yet to be diluted. So let's get into it. We gotta talk
Quiet
about
on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
the great dilution. This is what I call any property. I mean, maybe I used to say, with the exception of Warhammer 40k, I now say with the exception of Harry Potter somehow has not been diluted. Maybe that will change when we get the new HBO Max series. What's the great dilution? The great dilution is we have a popular franchise and we cannot exactly go forward with the franchise, meaning we have to wait for the next thing, the next comic book series, the next novel. Very much like what we see in Game of Thrones, right? We can't go forward with Game of Thrones, but we can go backwards. We can do House of the Dragon. But for a lot of these franchises, a lot of these modern day ones, the ones that really came up during our time, aka Padders, because I know my age bracket. I know the age bracket of the individuals we reach, so I'm talking directly to you. That sweet spot is of a time where we're not exactly going backwards or forwards, but we're staying where we are. In a very similar sense, to compare Halo Legends and an anime anthology, an animation anthology, we have to compare it to Animatrix, who also came out during a sweet spot, not diluted. Animatrix didn't go too far backwards, didn't go too far forwards. It just stayed in the same spot, the spot that we were used to from the Matrix movie. Halo Legends is the sweet spot of where we're used to this world, these characters from this time. Doesn't go forward, doesn't go backwards. Sure, Animatrix and Halo Legends both share a wonderful similarity where the first two episodes of both anthologies go into the history of the lore. They go into the universe. They just explain things to us in a very clear way. Now, the Halo Legends one is good. We get to see the Forerunners. We get to see the Covenant War. We get to see the invasion of the Flood. The four elements that create the Halo mythos: the Covenant, the humans, the Forerunners, and the Flood. Very similar, we see that in Animatrix. We see the birth of the man versus machine war that leads into the actual creation, the need of the Matrix. The Animatrix one is absolute perfection and haunting with some of its imagery. Halo Legends is a little bit more broad in scope. It doesn't feel quite as personal, I'll say. But they both deliver. So trust me, aka Padders. But Halo further would get diluted. It gets diluted with more video games. Where, well, we had the Forerunners that we see in this. But the Forerunners have their own Forerunners. The races and technology and individuals that came before the Forerunners. And then as the Halo franchise marches on, it gets a little bit more confusing, a little bit more diluted. Harry Potter, I have to say, because I've been on a Harry Potter kick, really skirts around this. Even with Fantastic Beasts, even with the stage play, which I think is the sequel, not really sure, like the blood child, the blood baby, I don't know what it's called, the magic prince or something. So what we get here, we get a lot of these very personal. Now, one of them is like over the top, where literally we have Master Chief fighting a T-Rex. That happens in this, but that's still fun. But what we get is hardcore military drama set in a universe that, gender kind of means nothing. This idea was only paralleled with Starship Troopers. Now it's way more prevalent. But back in 2010, when this dropped, seeing female Spartans kick ass, dude, it was awesome. It was very cool. And then later, when we got into the multiplayer, the MMP part, or the first-person shooter, everyone log on, collab, let's kill each other part of the Halo franchise, we could select and have female Spartans. So this was a little bit of an extension of what the gameplay was, but now through Halo Legends, we had solidified characters and moments to connect to. And from its very inception, after it caught on, Halo has been a genderless military universe, very similar to James Cameron's Colonial Marines and Aliens, and later we also see that in Avatar. But this, I just recently caught this, AKAPADers. I caught this at 2 o'clock in the morning because I woke up, I couldn't fall asleep. So I just wanted to read, do some sketching, and put something on. I caught this on Tubi. I previously saw this. I saw this maybe like three other times. And every single time I saw it, I blew it off. I don't know why. I never really paid attention. The one that really stood out, and if we go to Wikipedia, it's the first one on the list, but it's called The Babysitter, which is basically a sniper, which is very gameplay. If you play Halo just as a combatant against other individuals, you have to be a good sniper. The more you snipe, the more you can even identify someone that could be sniping. You can possibly even get their position based on, again, like how well you know the boards, the landscapes, and the instruments, or the weapons, the guns. Sniper rifle. Babysitter is fantastic. Duel is good. Duel is might be, I don't know, maybe Duel is the one you wanted to see the more of. I'll say, like, if there's any of these that could be expanded that you would want, it would be Duel, because in Halo 2, and I'm just going from memory, but Halo 2 or 3, you could play as one of the Covenant soldiers, which was awesome. You could use a plasma sword. You can get cloaked. Really, fantasy driven stuff. Because if you played, like, when you played that first Halo, you you wanted to play as a elite soldier. Arbiter is a character that they later introduced that we kind of see, like hints of in Duel. Arbiter's break from the Covenant is highlighted in Duel, so it's very cool stuff. Already mentioned, we have Origins 1 and 2. We have the package. We have Homecoming, Prototype, Odd One Out. Odd One Out might be the one. Yeah, that's the one with the T-Rex. I don't know. I kind of forgot a little bit some of their names. But Odd One Out is still good, though. Prototype's good. The more I think about Odd One Out, the more I like it. Just because it's to me, it's pure anime. It's just pure, like, over the top-ness. So when we go through the Wikipedia, I was going to open a lot of this discussion. I think talking about how Halo got diluted because, it went backwards for too long, like, just storyline wise. Very similar to Michael Bay's Transformers, where every preceding movie we just went further and further backwards, and then eventually Transformers are photographed with cavemen and transforming into rocks. A little bit of an exaggeration there, but I'm sure you guys follow the idea. But I was going to open this with a little bit of what was lost and what's highlighted here. We have Halo Legends. We have Batman Gotham Knights, which I mentioned many times on this podcast. And we have Animatrix. I think Animatrix might have been 2002. 2003 is Animatrix. Batman Gotham Knights is 2008. And this is 2010. We have this stretch where we have some of the same repeaters. We have Tal Animation. We have Studio IG. We have Studio 4C. And I'm trying to align some more of these other... and B-Train and Bones. A lot of these anime production houses that I named, they cross-platform in these three anthologies. So you can watch Animatrix, Batman Gotham Knights, and Halo Legends and see a lot of the same talents, which is great because you get to see how they handle different ideas. Watching these three together as a little bit of a trilogy is an exercise in what you can do when you're delivered a assignment. And sometimes it's great to see other people handle the assignment differently and in different ways with different big ideas. Usually with these anthologies too, like what the positioning is storyline wise, you want to do one or two things. You want to do something big, or you want to do something very small. It's hard to do something in the middle. And by small, I mean it's thoughtful, introspective, and big would be to showcase a part of the universe that you may want to see more of. Like, for example, like we want to see more Covenant. We want to see more of those purple highlights, those purple glows. So Duel is the big idea for the Covenant. And essentially we get that with Origins, like the big idea, the big universe. Let's put it together and let's make it a two-parter. I really did enjoy this AKAPADers, but I enjoy more or less of the time that this was made and what it represents, because you cannot make this today. You will not get the mandate to basically don't dilute the idea, but do stuff from what we know and keep it in universe, which makes this a little bit more special. So AKAPAD for Animation Saturday, we're rock and rolling. I will be dropping a little bit more of a thorough show update episode coming into this week. That might drop Monday or Tuesday. And I'm still working on ways to get some movie news and movie conversation out to you guys. But if you guys want some more James Gunn Superman stuff, or some MCU tracking and things like that, check it out on YouTube. But guys, it is a new year. We're getting things going. We're getting things in gear. A little bit of a struggle to get daily releases out. I know we were supposed to do Den of Thieves was supposed to drop yesterday. Didn't even get to publish it. Maybe that'll come tonight. I don't know. All right, AKAPADers, I love you guys. Rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.